and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And this is my new filming background. Na, 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 na. Is it as good as, was that a good enough intro? I hope you all like it. It's not the Mickey Mouse wallpaper, but I've done what I can out of it. I've got my Hogwarts sign, I've got D&L for David and Lauren, I've got a Harry Potter book. This book might change interchangeably with my most beautiful books that I have. I feel like that would be nice. I've got this little guy up there, he was only supposed to be an Easter decoration and I've grown rather attached to him. I've got all my books here and I've got everything nice. So, today is the 1st of May and I'm going to be going over my favourites from this month. As I do always on the 1st, no, not for the... Today's the 1st of May and I'm going to be going over my favourites for April, which has just passed, as I like to do on the 1st of the month. So, I'm going to start, as I always do, with TV and film. Now, I don't really recall any TV programmes that I've really enjoyed this month. David, what have we been watching?
Nothing really. The Office.
The Office, does that count? We've watched that a million times. We love The Office. That just goes without saying, I think, doesn't it? The UK Office, I love it. I've never watched the US Office. I wonder what that's like. So yeah, no TV really. But in terms of films, I've seen 2 films this month that I really enjoyed. The first one was called Eddie the Eagle, and it was about a ski jumper, this is going to sound like a smash hit for everyone, who goes to the Olympics to take part but doesn't win anything. But it was very good and very heartwarming. And I've also seen The Jungle Book, which was brilliant. I think everything I had to say about that Jungle Book adaptation, my boyfriend David has written in his blog. So I will link his blog down below of his review of The Jungle Book, because I really agree with everything he said and it was brilliant. So I really liked it. Furthermore, with books, so I did really well because the Genreathon was on this month, and that was another one of my favourites. And 2 of the books I read in that week were 5-star books, both of which I will get up. No, only one because I've got. So one of which was a play, and that was Skylight by David Hare. This was I'd never read a play before, so as a part of Genreathon, I decided to read a play for the first time. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It follows the 2 characters, Kyra and Tom, who used to work with one another. Kyra worked for Tom, and then their relationship sort of fell into an affair, basically. And it's all set in Kyra's flat, and it's just so much character development. It was incredible. I only wish I had seen it at the theatre when it was on, because it was brilliant and I really, really loved it. And also I finished listening to The Year of Living Danishly, which was an audiobook written by Helen Russell. I can't think of who it's narrated by. I don't think I ever looked into it. And this is about a woman who moves to Denmark for a year as her husband gets a job working for Legoland in Jutland, which is sort of like, she calls it Sticksville. So sort of like in the middle of Denmark, not very cosmopolitan, and it's set out brilliantly. So it's set out month by month, but within those months she goes into detail about more things to do with Danish culture, like she falls pregnant in one of these months, and in that month she, as well as talking about the things that would happen in, say, August, she talks about the Danish health system, and then she talks about education in another month. She does a chapter on Christmas, which was obviously my favourite, and it was just brilliant. I really, really loved it, and I hadn't really heard anyone talk about it before, so I was very, very pleased to find a book that I hadn't heard anyone talk about that was still a 5-star book for me. That doesn't really happen very often, and yeah, I just love listening to it, and I'm sad it's over now. I'm sad it's over. Okay, so in terms of more bookish things, before I go on to the other favourites of my month, my other favourite bookish thing of this month was Genreathon. So myself, Brittany from Under the Radar Books, Joss from Scribbles Reads, and Kristen from Vienna Waits Books hosted a readathon on the 10th to 17th of April earlier this month, where we all had to read, well, everyone had to read books from different genres, and it was just such a success, and we are all just so happy that it went as well as it did, because so many people got involved. Like, honestly, we thought it would just be us 4, so for everyone to get involved, it was absolutely great. And I read, as I said, I read a play which I'd never read before, which I gave 5 stars, which is something I'm definitely going to be looking into. And it was just really cool to watch everyone's TBRs leading up to the Genreathon, like people who joined in with the sprints the week of the Genreathon and were tweeting us and saying what they were reading and genres they hadn't read before, and then watching everyone's wrap-ups afterwards and doing the live show with the girls. Like, everything was perfect and just lovely, and I had a great, great time, and I really, really loved it. And we're hoping to do it again. So it was only ever going to be a yearly thing, but if people are pumped for it to be twice a year, or biannually, as some people might say, then that is something that we would definitely be looking into doing. So, those are the bookish things, the films, the TVs and all of those gears. So other things I've done this month that I've involved, one more bookish thing. I have been loving, and I mean loving, listening to the Witch Please podcast. So Witch Please is two, I believe they're Canadian ladies that are talking about, they talk their way through the Harry Potter books and the Harry Potter films and dig really deep into themes within those books. And I've been absolutely loving it, and I just want to do it myself. And I've been really loving those podcasts. So thank you to Olive from A Book Olive for recommending those, because I've absolutely loved it, and I'm just going to keep it. I'm only on like the third, so I'm on like podcast 6, but it's the third film. So yes, they do book, film. So I'm on podcast 6. Might even be 7 because there was an introduction one. So yeah, but it's really if you love Harry Potter, then these are so worth checking out. They're amazing. Okay, another thing I did, it was my dear friend Ryan's birthday this month, and we did something called Omescape in London, which is an escape room. So there was a group of 6 of us, myself and David, my friend Ryan and his girlfriend Amy, and my friends Alex and Kate, who are wed. We got locked into a room, so we got split into teams, girls versus boys, except it wasn't girls versus boys. So girls were the rescuers, boys were the hostages, and we had to work our way through these like locked doors, solving puzzles. The boys were locked in one room, and when they pressed buttons in one room, it lit things up in our room, which we could then see, and it was incredible. I was so adrenalised afterwards. I thought I was Sherlock bloody Holmes, and I loved it. And it's a very unknown, like these escape rooms are becoming more and more popular, but Omescape, and good God I'm probably saying it wrong, is relatively unknown. I think it was like 96th on TripAdvisor, wasn't it, David?
Mm-hmm.
It was very new. So if you're looking for one that, because we were looking and they were all booked up for months and months, but Omescape wasn't, and they have 3 different rooms. So we did Joker's Asylum, which before we went in we were all frightened because I was convinced there was going to be actors in there frightening me. There was no actors. But there was another 2 there. There was the Penitentiary, which was just about to open. That was for up to 7. And there was another one, I can't remember what that one was called.
The Biohazard one.
The Biohazard one, which was for smaller groups. But it was just so brilliant, and I really want to do another one. So if anyone's got any recommendations for ones that are in London or the UK, I would love to hear about them, because we would love to go again. It was really good. Something else, 2 more things. I have been buying myself things from a young lady who has a Facebook page who makes brooches, necklaces, bracelets, everything. The cutest little things. And I have got here now 3 brooches that I bought myself. One's a cookie. I'll post a closer up picture of this. One is a pretzel. Look at that guy. And the last... Oh, this makes for good viewing, doesn't it? I've lost it completely.
It's right in the middle.
Hold on. God, that could have been more in the middle. And it came in this little cute box, which is adorable and fits in very well with my new bookshelves. And the last one, which I think is my favourite, although I am very fond of the pretzel as well, is a little donut. And these are just the cutest little badges that I bought myself. And her name is Devon Makes, so her store is Devon Makes. I don't think she's got an Etsy store. I think it's all based on Facebook, but if you look on Facebook, you'll be able to find it. And they're just amazing. They're just so cute. I'm looking at them so much. And I saw the other day that she posted a bracelet which had all different things on toast on it, and it was just amazing. And she ships, so she's based in Ireland, but she ships, I believe she ships internationally. She shipped to me in the UK. If that's not internationally, then who knows what is. But yeah, they're just adorable, and I love them. And I keep looking at them. I've got to affix them to a jacket or a tote bag or something. I will take a photo of them up close and insert them in case we're not showing them now. Now the last thing, my last favourite of April. Let me do this box up properly if we're going to be proper about it and keep my shelves all nice and gorgeous. Oh, she's fallen asleep though. I feel bad.
She's not asleep. She's just...
The last thing, my favourite of the month, is Minnie's had her hair cut. And she looks adorable. She looks like a little rabbit with Ugg boots on. Now, do we get her now and show her, or do we take a photo of her and put her on it?
I'm trying to get her now. She's not asleep. She's only just finished cleaning.
I'm going to get the baby now. Come here, big girl. Oh. Here she is. Here she is with all her little short hair on. Say hello. her with her short hair. Look at her little boots. Can you see her little boots? She's got little boots on and she's had her little short haircut and she's like a little rabbit. Should we put you up there so you can see everyone? Oh! So that's Minnie and her haircut. So those are my favourite things in April. Have any of you guys got favourite things in April? I would love to hear about escape rooms. If anyone's been to any in the UK, I would love to hear about those. What have been your favourite books and films and things? And as I said, I will post a link to David's Jungle Book review. I'll post a link to David's Jungle Book review in the down bar, so you should all check that out because that says all the words I would like to say about it. And I will see you again soon for another BookTube video. Goodbye!